During the 76ers Media Day festivities, James Harden revealed some interesting information about his weight loss journey. He is actually feeling lighter this season because, as the Philadelphia 76ers star says, he lost 100 pounds after experiencing some dark moments through injury layoffs. So keep watching until the end of the video because we have got some exciting news for you. The past 2 seasons. The 33-year-old All-Star guard has made headlines in the past 2 seasons, appearing heavier than he looked in previous seasons. Back in 2020, after making his preseason debut, a 12-point, 4-assist effort was overshadowed by his getting roasted all over social media for a screen grab that made him appear overweight. So, appearing from the Houston Rockets preseason training quite noticeably overweight led to images that caused a lot of controversies around him ahead of his trade to the Brooklyn Nets. Twitter was literally flooded with pictures and memes of fat James Harden. Jokesters compared Harden to Fat Albert and Mac from the show It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. By the time he showed up to the Rockets training camp, James Harden had spent an entire offseason demanding to be traded and getting frustrated with the team's front office. He vented his frustrations by partying, drinking, and eating a lot. Confirmation of Harden's excessive lifestyle during the 2020 offseason can be found by quickly scrolling through his Instagram posts from that summer. We all know how quickly eating rich food, drinking a lot, and skipping the gym can make you put on the pounds. The trade. The Brooklyn Nets and Philadelphia 76ers agreed to a deal just hours before the trade deadline, with James Harden and Paul Millsap going to Philadelphia, and Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, Andre Drummond, and 2 first-round draft picks going to Brooklyn. So the Nets traded Harden to the 76ers for a package centered on Ben Simmons. The decision to trade James was a difficult one. However, after recent discussions with him and his representatives, we felt that this move would be best for all involved, as it better positions us to achieve our goals this season and in the years ahead, Nets general manager Sean Marks said in a statement. James Harden is one of the truly elite players in the league. His career has been defined by incredible personal achievement, including honors as an NBA MVP and 3-time NBA scoring champion. We are thrilled to pair him with Joel Embiid and this dynamic roster in our pursuit of an NBA title. I am proud to welcome James and Paul Millsap, a proven veteran and former All-Star, to the 76ers, and can't wait for what the future holds for the city and our fans, Philadelphia 76ers managing partner Josh Harris said in a statement. Losing 100 pounds. Immediately after the 76ers were eliminated by the Heat in the conference semifinals, Harden spoke about how he was excited to enter an offseason fully healthy, which is something that hadn't happened the previous 2 years. I've been trying to get right through the course of a basketball season for 2 years straight, and it's like, that's not it, you know what I mean? All last summer, I was rehabbing. I was a little frustrating because I'm not used to going through something like that, but it is what it is. I'm just happy to be healthy now. I've got a full summer to be straight and do the things necessary to come back even better next year.
Years has been a whirlwind for me as far as my body wise. So this year I'm looking to have an unbelievable season and then just continue to, be on top of my game.
The 33-year-old Harden played 613 of 646 possible games across 9 seasons with the Houston Rockets before missing 18 games through injury after being traded to the Nets during the 2020-2021 campaign and then struggling for form upon being traded to the 76ers. He averages 21 points, 7.1 rebounds, and 10.5 assists per game across 21 outings in his opening season with the 76ers, but then signed a 2-year, $68.6 million deal in July and returns primed for a starring role under Doc Rivers. For the most part, I'm to myself. Media or whoever, they talk and shoot their little jabs and shots or whatever the case may be, and I never responded, just because I know who I am and I know what I'm about. But mentally, it was very, very difficult for me, just because I'm in love with the game of basketball. If the money wasn't involved, I'd be playing basketball. And before the injuries, I think everybody knows that. It was very difficult. A lot of tough times, a lot of dark moments, which I have never really went through, because I was always healthy and playing the game of basketball. But I am in a really good space, and I feel like I'm back to where I needed to be, where I'm supposed to be. The feeling is great, Harden said.
I still want to be really, really, really good. So I think that's going to always happen because of my intelligence and how, my basketball IQ on the court. So
it seems that his preseason always affected his weight, as he even revealed that he lost 100 pounds in weight over the summer in preparation for the new season. As he said, his new physical look is thanks to a focus on his diet in the offseason, as well as getting proper rest and strengthening his muscles. At this point, it's dieting, it's proper rest, and then it's gaining more muscle mass, which I have always had. It's just the last year and a half I wasn't healthy enough to put the proper work in like I'm used to.
I don't want to just go out there and be running around and not being efficient and, just looking old out there.
This summer was huge for me in that aspect. The hill runs and the weightlifting, and then adding the skill on the court as well, he said. The improvement path. The Philadelphia 76ers were actually one of the NBA's most disappointing teams to start the 2022-2023 NBA season. Dubbed as championship favorites by many after a strong offseason, the Sixers came out of the gate looking underwhelming. A loss against the Boston Celtics kick-started a 3-game losing streak for the team. The Milwaukee Bucks and the San Antonio Spurs were the two teams to follow up. Later, while they picked up a victory against the Indiana Pacers, they failed to build on that momentum of their first win when they faced the Toronto Raptors. As they identified what needed to be altered before their rematch in Toronto, the team executed and put the Raptors away with a dominant win. And the next night, the Sixers picked up their first consecutive win of the year by defeating the Chicago Bulls, where Harden had 11 assists and 6 rebounds, and he knocked down all 11 of his free throws, which allowed him to contribute even though he had a really rough night shooting. It's part of the game. You want to play well every single game. You want to make shots. When you don't make it, you try to find other ways to impact the game. So I had double-digit assists. I tried rebounding the basketball when I can, and I came out with a win. And tonight, we did that, James said. The Chicago Bulls game expanded to 3 in a row after the Sixers put the Washington Wizards away. After a 23.17 assist game from James Harden, the 10-time All-Star reiterated that these Sixers are still a work in progress. We keep preaching like we keep saying we're a work in progress. We're continuously trying to figure out how great we can be. I'm glad we are going through a tough time. Everything isn't great just because we're winning games, it just feels that way. We just continue to push and continue to get better defensively. Offensively, we know our space and know what we're trying to accomplish in each position. Like I said, living with the results, but we feel pretty good right now, Harden explained. So does it somehow mean that Harden's weight loss actually made an impact on his playing skills? Well, maybe. Even his teammates, including Joel Embiid, is proud of him, saying, "He's been doing great. I am happy for him. We are going to need it. We are going to need him to be confident and really feel himself, and he's been doing it. So now we just got to get everybody playing at the same level so we can win games." It's been great to see. He's been playing at a high level, and I know he's been working so hard to be at this point, so I'm happy for him. There is a long season ahead, but so far Harden has played his best basketball as a member of the Sixers through the first 4 games of the year. While he's tweaked his game a bit and his shooting is much more from mid-range these days, Harden's been quite efficient from the field and is coming alive in times when the Sixers need him the most. So what do you think about James Harden? Do you think that the Philadelphia 76ers is the team that he deserves to be in? Let us know in the comments down below.